The views and opinions expressed by guests on this podcast are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the host or the management. This podcast should not be considered professional advice, and listeners should consult appropriate professionals for advice tailored to their specific needs.
Okay, so last podcast of the year.
Yay.
2025 has been very interesting. Please like and subscribe to the channel and drop us a comment underneath if you want to go on the podcast in 2026. We got a good bunch of open spots still. So drop us in the comment if you want to come on. And other than that, let's open this last podcast.
First, I'd like to say if anyone would like to do a Valentine's Day one, maybe it's a husband and wife, that one runs one cruise and it's just like terrible. And, I would love to hear that if there's like inner fighting, like a daytime soap.
Yes.
But on
Could
a
be fun.
100-mile run.
Yeah. All right. So I'm Renee and
I'm Lisa Marie.
And with us today we have
Jeff. I'm from northern Minnesota, but living in Vegas at the moment.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
You're warm.
Yeah.
Vegas, Nevada, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay, so let's get started. I'll do all the boring number stuff and you'll do all the fun stuff. So let's start off with the time element of this. So how long was your running time on this race?
My run time was 14 hours, 47 minutes, and 26 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Very specific.
Very specific.
Oh, yeah.
So 14.
whatever you want to put that in as. Yeah.
What was your travel time?
Travel time was about 6 hours round trip.
Okay. Oh, that was
good.
A close one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you spent 71% of the time on actually racing.
Nice.
Which is good.
That's good. Yeah.
Like that.
That's very efficient. So how much was the race fee?
The race fee was $226.
Wow. 260. Okay.
226.
Travel 206.
226. 226.
23. 226.
Oh, 226.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a very odd number.
Yeah.
Probably with the fees and stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I looked back on Ultrasign Up and then.
Okay, that's the most accurate source of your race fee,
I guess. Yeah.
So with a relatively short travel time, what was your travel cost if you look at coffee, snacks, gas?
Yeah, I estimated about $60
sideshow things.
With gas and food and everything.
Yeah. What about nutrition? Did you buy any special nutrition for the race, or did you just decide to go with what the aid station could offer?
Yeah, from what I remember, it was mostly what the aid station I had, but I brought my own Cliff bars that I was doing, and then so I did Cliff bars and then like fruit snacks and maybe some extra gels that I had from other races. So it was about $30 in nutrition, so it wasn't too much.
Oh, okay.
Thrifty.
Oh, yeah.
It's an expensive sport. You have to save where you can. That makes sense. What about shoes? Did you buy any shoes for the race, or did you just go with what you had already?
Yeah, I went with what I had. I put down $10 because I used and abused the shoes that I had. So that race accounted for very little of my total mileage on those shoes. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, someone understood my instructions. That's what about essentials? Did you buy anything special like that rain jacket you forgot at home, or extra shorts?
A watch.
A watch.
Poles.
Camper.
Yeah.
A camper.
The the two things that I bought, definitely not a camper. The two things, the two things that I bought specifically for the race were a $10 Walmart watch because I always cycle through those, and then
Okay.
a water bladder. So it was about 55 total dollars between the water bladder and the watch.
Wow. Okay. So 60% of your cost were actually the race fee. That's very good.
Nice.
That's very
Wow.
good. So, so was this a timed race with a fixed time, or was it a fixed mile race?
It was a fixed distance race.
Okay. So your finishing time was 14:48:26.
Yep.
So what was your goal time?
My goal time was just to beat the cutoff, so that was 18 hours.
Okay. So we already got the cutoff time there, 18. Okay.
Yep.
So, this is my favorite part. So, I break the result into three little scores. The
Okay.
performance, which is based on your finishing time versus your goal time,
Mhm.
and your ambition, which is your goal time versus the time limit, and then
Mhm.
finally the aggressiveness, which is your um, finishing time versus the time limit. And
Mhm.
you got a 0.95 on performance. You did really well compared to what you were expecting.
Yeah, pays to have easy
Because you just
goals.
want to beat the cutoff. Yeah, yeah. Your ambition was zero.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's fair. I don't think I was very ambitious going into the
um,
race.
um, but on the aggressive score, you got a 0.3. So overall, that's very good score. Your overall result score is 0.42, which is
Okay.
not bad at all. And your return on investment results compared to your cost and your time versus travel time is 0.57, which is not bad at all. And well, I'm going to put out a special episode at the end of the year where we're going through the statistics so everyone can see whether they're better or worse than the median or the means.
Mhm.
So, nope,
Somebody will have bought a camper eventually. I'm just
someone
going to
will,
say
yeah.
that, or a car for a race.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see because I'm also scoring the different states with their races. Which state has the highest score and the lowest score? So
Mm,
a lot of fun stuff to look forward to.
heck yeah.
But I'm going to hand it over to you so you can talk about the fun stuff.
Oh, let's talk about some fun things. So you know that we gave you some information. Everything is scored between 1 and 10. You're the judge, so you get to figure out how you want that score, and just make sure to tell us why. So maybe the weather has to defend itself eventually.
Yeah.
Um, so how about the aid stations?
Yeah, the aid
Excuse me,
stations
aid
were
stations.
aid stations were a solid 8, I would say. Some of them were pretty minimal, but in their defense, they were pretty hard to access. There was one aid station, though, that was probably still to this day, like, my favorite aid station of all time. There was, like, a little cabin in the woods, which was nice because there was some weather, so people could get in the cabin out of the weather. They had some, like, super bomb ramen that was awesome, and that was, like,
All right.
freaking awesome, and the vibes there were great, for the most part. So, like, that was probably my favorite aid station that I've ever been to, and then the other ones, I was pretty much in and out of them, so it was just fill up my water, grab a couple things, like, I'd say spent less than 5 minutes at pretty much every aid station except that one, uh, maybe 10 or 15
Okay.
minutes there, so, mm, yeah, I was pretty
Did you have
satisfied
any
with them.
cowbell?
I don't
They
remember,
have a
I
lot of
think they
cowbell.
did.
The volunteers out there just
I don't know if they had I feel like they probably did. Either way, their energy was good. I was satisfied with the volunteers, so, yeah.
That is so important when you're coming into an aid station.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
That positive energy.
So
Yeah.
was there a fun factor to this for you? Yeah. So what would you
Yeah,
give
I think
fun?
fun was also probably an 8 for me. I spent half the race alone, and then half the race I ended up, like, connecting with some people and then finishing the race with them, so for me, that was, like, a good balance of, like, just getting to be alone, do my own things, listen to some music, some podcasts, like, I think I was, like, the last place person for a little bit, so I was, like, kind of okay with that and just, like, having fun. I was like, "As long as I'm ahead of cutoffs, like, I don't care." I'm just like, I wasn't really taking the race, like, super seriously, so, like, there wasn't a lot of expectations to, like, get in the way of
All right.
fun. Um, so, yeah, it was pretty good. I'd say the only thing that maybe diminished it a little bit was the weather, which we'll get to shortly.
Oh, yeah, we'll get it to that, yeah. So what were you listening to? What kind of podcast? I mean,
Uh,
I've people have told me they listen to a lot of crime, and I'm like, "Why would you listen to that?" But, hey.
I am too paranoid to listen to at any time, I can't listen to, like, especially true crime podcast. I don't understand how people do that, especially when you're by yourself trail running. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know. So yeah, I was just listening to, like, a comedy podcast. It's called Kill Tony, so it's just like yeah, it's just
Okay.
funny podcasts, like, not related to running at all, so I was listening to that, and
Not related
Yeah.
to
then
murder?
and then probably, like, some folk music. I don't know. That's usually my go-to trail music. So,
Yeah.
Right on.
yeah.
Well, so let's talk about those trail markings. How were they for you? How would you judge them?
Yeah, from what I remember, they were probably also an 8. I don't recall getting lost. Apparently, some people did get lost, but I also had the advantage because I didn't know that I was gonna be doing that race. I signed up, like, I don't know, maybe 5 days before the race, so I didn't know that I was gonna be doing the race, so I actually accidentally hiked the trail that the race was gonna be on, like, 2 weeks before or 3 weeks before the race. So I was actually very familiar with the route completely unintentionally. So then when the race happened, it was, like, pretty foggy, so I could see how people got lost, but I had already done, like, that trail before. So when things were like, "Oh, I'm not exactly sure where to go," it's like I kinda did know where to go just because I knew where the trail was. So for me, that made it a little easier. Like, I know that some people did get lost, but I thought overall it was well marked from what I remember.
Okay.
So, I've kinda added in a sidebar, with the
Yeah.
trail markings question, and so do you prefer your trail markings high, low, or to your ankles? And especially when we're talking about confidence markers, how do you like to see those?
Yeah. I I knew this question was coming, and I'm still not prepared for it because I honestly I don't know that I pay attention enough to, like, have a strong opinion of it, like, at low wherever. Um, I feel like if I had to take a stance there, probably low, because I feel like I am looking down more than I'm looking up. But I definitely regardless of where they're at, especially when there's turns and stuff like that, I do prefer it to be more heavily marked rather than less heavily marked. And I have done some course markings, so
Yeah.
I know, like, some I don't know, it's interesting to me because every race marks very, very differently in terms of, like, how heavy or not heavy they mark the course,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and I find that very interesting. Like, I was course marking, a few months ago for a race, and they like, I was, like, marking it and I like, with the person I was marking it with, and they were telling me, to, like, not mark it very heavy on purpose, and I was actually getting very annoyed, like, course like, they would yell at me for, like not yell at me, but they were, like, discouraging me from putting as many markings out as I was, and I was just like, "Oh, I don't like this." Like, as a runner, like, they're totally gonna get lost, and people did get lost because I volunteered that race, and people complained about the marking, and I was just like, "What the heck?" And their stance was that they didn't want to mark the course as well because it's the runner's responsibility to have it downloaded on their phone or their watch or whatever. And like, and I personally
Okay,
disagree with
yeah,
that. I
I can
think,
see that, but
I
yeah,
think I ran
I can
that
see that.
race.
I could see that perspective too. I don't know. I'm not going to throw the name out there or anything, but
No.
like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. But I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Yes, but I definitely, as a runner, I like to have more markings than less markings because any turn that I make, especially if there's not like a marking in the first like couple 100 feet to like, okay, maybe the turn was marked good, but it's like I like to see other markings once you go further down that path and like,
Yeah.
hey, you're on the right path. Um, like I just tend to
yeah,
second guess myself a ton. Like I had a race earlier this summer where I was totally going the right way, but I didn't see a marking for like 2 miles. And I ended up actually backtracking those 2 miles.
that's a long time.
Yeah, which is a it was kind of my fault because it was pretty obvious, but I just questioned it because I kept going. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go like 5 more
Yeah.
Yeah,
minutes. If I don't see a marking for 5 more minutes, I'm gonna turn around. I get there and I'm like, okay, I'll go a little bit further. I go a little bit further, and I didn't see it. So I backtracked like all the way back, like the 2 miles. It turns out I was on the right path. So then I backtracked and added like 4 miles that I didn't need to. But it was just, to me, it was still frustrating because it was like, even though it's obvious, like I would like to see those markings there. So that's my stance on marking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
uh,
you. I think that's a good stance. All right. So I know that you have been, it sounds like you're like aching to like judge the weather. So you get to judge it any way you want.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a cop-out
So,
stance with this weather, but I'm just gonna call it a 5. Um, I 'Cause there were parts of it, so it was a really, really rainy, foggy, wet day, and there were parts of it that I really enjoyed and liked because of that. But then, especially towards the end of the race, I was just totally sick of it, and I'm grateful that it wasn't a
I
longer
bet.
race, otherwise then that it would have probably became a much bigger factor with just chafing and blisters and all that. Like,
mm,
it was a
Yeah,
short enough race where it's like, it didn't really have that big of an impact in terms of, like, me physically, other than just being wet and a little bit cold all day, which was fine. But if it would have been a longer race, it definitely would have been more of an issue. But if you really like running the rain, then maybe it was a 10 for some people. And if you really, really hated it, then I think for some people, the weather was probably like pretty close to a 0. There were a lot of people complaining about the weather. And then there was like, thankfully I knew like where to go because some of the marking was a little bit shaky, I think, in some spots, and I just kind of knew where to go because I'd been on the trail. But some people did get lost because it was super foggy. Like the
uh,
visibility was really terrible in some places where you couldn't see more than 10 feet in front of you. So that was
right.
a little bit, weird. I don't know, I kinda liked it 'cause, 1, I knew where to go no matter what, and 2, it just kept me like, you could only look right in front of you, you know? There's no like, "Oh, there's a
Yeah,
big climb up ahead and then you can see it for miles." It's like, no, you can only see right in front of you, so you can't worry about anything else besides that, so I kinda like that, and then it's kinda fun to run in the rain, and then also like, I'm usually not on my phone that much when I run, and it did suck to not be able to, like, take pictures or videos of stuff. Like, I don't really have
yeah,
anything from the race, so it's all just kinda based on memory, but it was nice, like, there's, like, yeah, it's wet and cold, and if I bring my phone out, it's gonna get wet, so it just, stayed in my pack, and I was just forced to be in the moment and enjoy the race for what it was. And
yeah.
then
yeah,
another interesting part about the weather is, yeah, it rained the day of the race, but it also rained a couple days prior. And so a lot of the trail was like actually flooded. Like we were running on a lot of ATV trails, and it wasn't necessarily designed water crossings or creeks that were crossing, but there would just be up to tenths to like quarter mile sections where it'd be like knee deep to waist deep in water. So you're just like
Oh,
trudging through that.
wow.
So I don't know. I'm kind of glad I didn't take the race super seriously because I couldn't imagine like trying to fly through that course. Like that was not a day to hit a PR or course record
Right.
or anything like that. There were like again, I was, back of the pack, just having fun and not really caring about how fast I was going, but I just couldn't imagine like the people that are front of the pack that are like trying to actively race through waist deep water for, like a quarter mile. And then there was like this out and back section to actually make sure it went to 50 miles. And it says like a half mile out and a half mile back. And that whole entire, like that mile is just, it didn't get any shallower than knee deep. That was just like,
Oh,
Wow.
that
straight
sounds
trudging through water.
fun.
Yeah, and then it's like an out and back too, and like where I was in the pack, there was kind of a lot of people, so you saw people like come in like both ways you were going, and you're just like as you're getting done, and people are coming in, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" And they're like, "Yeah, sorry, it doesn't get better. Like this is the whole thing. Good luck."
And the thing with the weather is that you can't blame anyone. You can't even blame the RDs.
No.
No, no, not at all. You can only blame the weather gods,
No.
I guess.
Okay, did you have any pacers?
No pacers this race.
Okay, so no crew?
No crew. Yeah, I had my great uncle who I was living with at the time, he like showed up and he ended up just like volunteering at one of the aid stations. But I was in and out of that one in like 5 minutes. So if I had to give him a score, I'll give him a 10. But it was basically
Okay.
a non-factor because I saw him for 5 total minutes of the race. So
Did he put his hands on you?
We're gonna leave it out. We're gonna leave the crew score out.
Yeah, we'll leave that out. Okay, so how about blisters, chafing, things that we don't talk about that we probably should talk about? Like throwing up, ultra
Yeah,
running things.
yeah, nothing too fun during this race, to be honest. No throwing up. I don't remember any. Yeah, blisters definitely no, because there's only one race ever that I've actually had a blister. Knock on wood. I believe there was some chafing. Just like I don't know. I feel like I chafe in any weather. If it's like any bit too a little bit warm, or I'm
Yeah.
sweating a good bit, like I'm gonna chafe. If it's wet like this, I'm gonna chafe. So I feel like I chafed my normal amount. So I put an 8 for that one.
Okay.
But because I don't remember chafing like being impacting me during the race. It was like maybe after the race where I was just like, oh yeah, I chafed pretty good. Um, so but like during the race, it
Yeah.
didn't really impact
That's
me.
a
And
good
then that
race then.
summer,
Or
I didn't do much to prepare for that race, but that summer I did go on a couple of long runs at least, and got better at putting Vaseline like in the Ziploc bag. So I was like reapplying during the race, so I feel like I had a good system for
Right.
that. Turn on my light real
good.
quick.
See, that just. Oh, there we can see you again.
Yeah, I know. Forget it gets so dark here so early.
An itchy eyeball. Okay, so now it's time to talk about the bathrooms, the porta potties, or maybe outside. Maybe you just went outside, but if you've watched enough, then you know that a woman, one of my good friends, was having a very bad race. I mean, everything was 0 until she got to the porta potties, and it was a 10. And ever since then, I've been kind of like, well, if that porta potty at that race was good, what about other races? Or maybe you just went
Uh,
outside and that nature's porta potty was good.
Yeah, that was the situation during the race. I don't recall there being any full sort of formal bathrooms. It was just going on the trail because it was a pretty most of it was
Right.
was relatively remote, so there was no like opportunity even for like the race to put up a porta potty or anything like that. And on the trail, they didn't have any sort of formal place. I was having GI issues in the back half of the race, so I did have to go poop a fair amount. But it was just, off the trail type of stuff, which I don't mind too much because I do a lot of backpacking and hiking and I'm used to. I mean, to be honest, it's not my favorite thing in the world. Like if I can make it to the bathroom, I definitely will. But it's like it is what it is. I had my baby wipes, so I was prepared for that. So,
Well, you're
um,
breaking up just a little bit.
So
okay.
what score are we going to give the Mother Nature's lavatory?
Yeah, I'll give that a 7.
And that's probably just because of the weather, because I don't like my bathroom to be wet anyway.
Oh,
Hello again.
My bad.
ta-da!
I don't know what cut out there, but
We were talking behind your
should be
back
good now,
anyways.
hopefully.
Sorry. I'm just kidding. No, we weren't. So let me see, where are we at? Oh, okay, we are at trail naps in fall. So trail nap can either be you literally got on the side of the trail and took a nap, or you were running the trail and you took a big stumble.
Yeah, this race was short enough where no trail naps were needed.
All right.
And despite the wet trail, I don't recall falling. So I guess I'll give it a 10. Which I'm surprised. I think I would have remembered falling in this race because I would have probably instantly became muddy and wet. But I don't recall it. But I'm surprised because it was a
Yeah, I mean,
pretty technical
if you
race and it
didn't,
was pretty wet. So yeah, so I guess I'll give that a 10.
okay, I'll give it a 10. And go on.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were doing something there. Oh, I just thought I'd say that these walls are not green. Something will go here with a picture of you on it. That would just be awful.
Nice. Well,
Mental
I'm
state.
colorblind anyways, so I can't
Oh,
see it.
okay. And that brings us to your mental state. Did you
My
have any?
mental state
Yeah,
was
not now, not at this moment, but
yeah. Yeah. During the race, I'd call that a solid 9. There were some,
Wow.
like, lower moments, but n no huge lows, and honestly, a lot of, like, better moments, like, good company on the trail, and even, like, when I was by myself, like, I just had, like it was some really good solo time to think and whatever, so, yeah, I really, really enjoyed that race mentally.
Must have been that comical podcast.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of that, and I don't know, the rain was kinda fun to run in and just, like, I don't know, I think the nature of, like, where I was in the race, even though it wasn't super scenic, like, and I don't know, it just was a cool environment, and it was, like, a little bit remote, so, like, that element of it was cool too. Like, I knew I wasn't
Yeah,
gonna see other than racers, I knew there was gonna be no one else on the trail, so it's, like, kinda cool, you know?
absolutely.
Hallucinations, I'm taking you had no hallucinations. I'm so sad if you say no. Please tell me just yes, you had a tiny one, a cat, food in a
I
tree,
mean,
something,
a race
anything.
this short, yeah, no, definitely not during this
No, right.
race. Al although, I would like to share a couple of hallucination stories from other races, if that's alright. Um, so one was at the Ultra Days, in August. So as I was finishing my second to last lap, uh, there was a lady I was passing, and I knew I was, like, hallucinating this, but I looked in front of me, and her hair, the way it was set up, it just looked like a floating pretzel in the air. And as I was passing it, like the whole time I was like, I saw it probably from like
That
50
wasn't
feet
me.
away. And I was like, it wasn't you. It was not you. It's some other gal.
Thank
And
you.
cause she had it up in a bun. And the whole time I was passing her, I was telling myself, I was like, do not grab it. Do not grab it. Do not, like, that's not a pretzel. You cannot grab that. So that was like a kind of a fun little moment. And then one I had at the last Cowboy, it was, I don't know, maybe 4 or 6 PM or something like that on day 2. I was, like, starting to struggle a little bit, and I think this is, like, just before, like, I had taken caffeine before for the first time, and as I was running, there was, like, it was just 2 random girls, and one was, like, helping me run, like, helping my run form, just coaching me through that, and then the other one was just, like, gossiping about some random, like, her coworker or something, like, I don't some random whatever, I don't even know, but
That
that was, like, the
explains
funnest
so
hallucination I've ever had.
much.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. That was, like, probably a high point from The Last Cowboy, honestly, because I knew it was happening, but I was like I feel like sometimes when you hallucinate, you try to fight against it, but that one I was like, "Oh, no, this is, like, helpful right now." I was like, "This is, like, helping my run form and, like, get me through that," and then someone else
Were
is
they
just talking my
pretty?
ear off about s
Well,
I don't
I got
know.
2
I don't
questions. Were
even
they pretty?
remember.
And number 2, did you listen to her problems? Did you give her a solution?
I think no, I don't think I was a very, very helpful listener. I was mostly, it was good though, you know, just someone else talking about like, sometimes you'll have, like, a pacer and you just tell them to talk about something else that's not race related, so I feel like it was good for
Yeah.
that, and then the other one was, like, helping me with my run form, so it was like, I don't know, maybe I was just manifesting that or something because that was exactly what I needed in that moment, but, I don't remember how attractive or not attractive my hallucinations were, but they were helpful nonetheless.
Yeah. Think of the value of that, having a virtual, an imaginary coach on your race.
Yeah, it's free.
I know, it was great. Yeah, I remember because it was just me and Daniel at that point, and I
Yep.
told Daniel about it, when I got back, and he's just like, "What the heck, dude?" He's like, "I thought we couldn't have any help out there." So it's kind of a goofy little moment, you know, 140 miles in or whatever, however far we were into that race, so
Yeah,
it's fun to have those silly moments.
Yeah, it was
absolutely.
fun watching you both, yeah. Sometime you and I will sit down and talk about the shenanigans that were going on that while y'all were, out there, or maybe one that I caused early on.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, so
I'd be curious.
oh, yeah, you should be. 'Cause one of them involved you. So
Okay.
so,
Interesting.
race versus race versus description.
Now I'm distracted. I okay, I forget which guest it was, but I was listening to one of the podcasts, and the reaction was like, "Oh, people read the race description," and I'm like totally that person. I'm like, I found that very relatable. I rarely ever actually read the race description before I do a race. I'm trying to be better about that because I know I should be more of a prepared runner. But this race, I can almost guarantee I didn't. But I did go back and look at it in preparation for this, and it was pretty spot on, I would say.
Okay.
One thing that I would probably disagree with is, and maybe it was just the weather our year, but it does make it seem like it's a very chill, laid back race, and I would disagree with that a little bit. I wouldn't say it's a beginner friendly race for that
Oh.
distance.
Right.
Um, like there is like over 12,000 feet of elevation gain, and like it is a relatively technical race, so it's not like a flat race, rail to trail, or you know something like that where you're just focused on the distance. There was like some other elements. So that's like one, like reading, you know, the description on the website, you're like, oh, this is like an easy little race, like a good for like a first timer going for this distance. And I'm not saying that it wouldn't be a good first time race, but I would caution it, and like it's not, there's
Right.
easier races of that distance that you can
Yeah.
find.
Yeah.
So that is the one thing.
So what score are we gonna give the race versus the description?
I guess I'm changing my score. I initially said 10, but I'm gonna go with, now that we just talked it out, I'll go with a 9.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so when you when you arrived at this race, you got a bag and it had swag in it. And then when you finished, you got a medal or a buckle. So let's start with the swag. What did you receive in that little bag when you got to the race?
I think it was like a T-shirt or something, and I'm not gonna lie, because it was a point-to-point race, so pretty much everyone just put their race, because then you could have drop bags or whatever, so then you just put your race as your finish line drop bag, and I never ended up picking it up. I totally forgot about it, so I think it was a T-shirt and maybe some other stuff, but I never, actually, like, I probably just looked at it real quick before putting it in the drop bag zone and then never saw it again, so, um, I not too much to be said about that, which honestly to me is totally fine, because a lot of the race T-shirts that I get, I just donate anyways, to be honest, so.
Yeah.
I understand that.
So you just grabbed your
And
bib.
then yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, the finishing awards, I don't remember. Okay, no, I lied. I do. So it was like a little, like, cut of wood, like a little cookie,
Mm.
um, that said, like, the race name on it, and I think I probably still have that somewhere. It was kinda neat, I guess. But the the biggest thing that I liked about it is it finished at a hot spring, so it gave you a wristband for that hot spring, so it's like a free entrance into the hot spring that you could go anytime after the race or the next day. You could go into the hot spring,
Okay.
which I did take advantage of that. So that was the thing that enticed me the most about it. Um, so I
Mm.
give that a 10.
All
Wow.
right. I agree with you. I would definitely take that.
I was thinking about what this race
Yeah.
is, and I got to tell you before we even say anything that I thought it was a southern race and now moving toward northern.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, we'll do the UT score and
Okay. So your experience score, which is a number between 0 and 10, you got 8.2, which means you kinda had a really good time,
yeah.
and you would
Yeah,
probably
I'd
go
say so.
back to it again, maybe, or you'll definitely recommend it to other
Yeah,
people.
definitely.
Okay. And that gives you a total UTI score of 0.698. That's a score between 0 and 1, and that's darn good. That's actually really good,
Nice.
698. So I wanna see where that is on the score chart.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's above the middle. It's in the
oh
top
wow.
Nice.
15. Top 15.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. So
Okay,
now back to what I think the race is.
okay, what do you think it is? Because I
Okay,
have no clue.
it's not in the South, is it? I put it in the
I would
South,
be very
and when you said
surprised if
Hot
you guessed the
Spring,
race. It's not in the
so
South. It's very, very not in
it's
the
in Colorado.
South.
Is it in Colorado?
No, no, not in Colorado.
No.
Good guess though. Most of my races are in Colorado.
Yeah. Okay, so then the only place I can think of is Utah, and
Or you have to think of this place with hot springs.
yeah, Utah has some hot springs.
Okay.
It's got some magma going on over
And
there,
not
and
in
so does
Okay.
New
Utah.
Mexico, not Utah. Okay, so you know what? I have no clue. How about you?
No, I was thinking somewhere like, I don't know, Arkansas.
No, he's not in the South. It's not
I
in,
guess not, but
No.
okay.
and they don't have wristbands to get in the hot
That's
springs there.
probably true.
Yeah.
Or you don't know what the race is. But no, I have no clue.
It's the
Tennessee?
Drew Angel Creek 50K or 50 mile in Alaska, in Chena Springs,
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
wow.
Alaska.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
Why
I
were
was
you in
living in,
Alaska?
yeah, this Yes. So this was because I've been living kind of nomadically the last couple of years. So this was the summer of 2024, and that summer I spent in Alaska. I was living like a couple hours south of Fairbanks, and where the race was probably an hour and a half east of Fairbanks. So it was kind of in my neck of the woods for where I was living at the time. So it kind of just
Oh,
worked out. I wasn't really seeking it out too hard per se. I think I just like saw it, like it came up as like an ultra sign up email or something like that. And then I like signed up like 5 days before the race and I was like, heck yeah. Cause I was not in good running shape. I think I did probably less than 5 runs all summer, to be honest, like in the last 3 months leading up to that race. So it was kind of just like on a whim. And at that point I was just like, oh, I don't even know if I can do this right now. But yeah, it was kind of fun. So that
wow.
was why I did a race in Alaska. Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
think
That is
about
so
what
cool.
everyone is thinking, and I'm going to think for everyone right now. So I think on everyone's minds are wondering, did you see any bear, any wildlife, any
Moose.
moose?
Um, Not particularly that race. I mean, like I said, it was so foggy that there wasn't too much to be
Right.
seen that race. But like I said, I did that trail. I backpacked it like 2 or 3 weeks prior to the race, and I did see a bear. It was from a distance though, so it was kind of cool. I was like on top of a mountain and I could see it like downward, and it was walking the other direction, so it wasn't scary or anything like that. So I did see a grizzly a couple weeks before, and then like pretty much not that day, but pretty much every other day I was in Alaska, I saw at least one moose. But not during the race. So
See, now let's back up here. Okay, you're telling me that you had all the elements ready for. I mean, they were handed to you. They were like, "Here, take some fog. Here, take some weather. Let's just have a hallucination." You're in a place where there's giant bear, moose, eagles. I mean, from what I hear, the Thunderbird, Bigfoot, everything is out there. And man, we got to work on those hallucinations. We got to work on it. That's my
Yeah.
Yeah,
mission.
I agree. I aspire to have more hallucinations, and I'm disappointed by how
Challenge
few that I've
accepted.
had at
Yeah.
this point in my ultra career. Yeah.
Yep.
Just, yeah.
Challenge
Just
accepted. I know that we're going to be running again this year. I don't know where yet, but we're running together.
skip sleep, and because sleep is overrated during a race anyway.
Oh, all I need is 10 miles with him. That's it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can work this out. Yeah.
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 So,
You can manifest the hallucination.
yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah. Just tell
So,
me enough random shit in the middle of the night, and I'll believe some of it. So
Well, I figure I'm just going to put bunch of caffeine the day before to whatever energy drink or water you're drinking. And yeah,
that's,
no sleep.
yeah, it's,
Foggy morning. We
it's,
could just go out for a
it is
run.
amazing what lack of sleep can do to your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can, so to make them come earlier on the race, you can skip sleeping the day before the race.
That's why was my suggestion, the
Yeah.
whole
Mhm.
caffeine thing.
Yeah.
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 I
Would
think
be
that's the
fun.
way to do it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I want to congratulate you. I've noticed that you are now an ultraverse athlete, and yay!
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Congratulations. Welcome to the club.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah. So
thank you.
what's next for you? What's 20? You are the last guest here in
Yes.
2025. So what's for 2026?
Yeah. Yeah, keyword was what's in 2026, because I had some ideas for the rest of 2025, but I just did a race a couple weeks ago at the end of November, and it went quite terribly. So during that race, I told myself and other people that I'm not gonna I'm taking a break from racing. And so right
And you're
now I put myself in timeout, even though there's races in the horizon that I would like to do, but I'm gonna not allow myself to do.
Okay.
So I probably am not gonna race until at least April, but maybe even later of next year. But my plan for next year is because I'm really interested in getting into like the 200 plus mile
Yeah.
races. But what I want to do is pause for a moment, aka a year, and just take the time to do a lot of the 100-mile trail races that are on my list, because I
Mm-hmm.
haven't actually done a 100-mile trail race, and there's so many cool ones out there. So I'm just
Oh
gonna
yeah.
take a year and just focus on that. And I might throw like one like backyard race in there, just because like the last person standing backyard style I think is super cool. So I might do one of those. But other than that, the year will basically be dedicated to 100-mile trail races. So
Okay.
the only one that I'm officially signed up for right now is the Bighorn 100. I'm on the wait
Ooh.
list, but I'm pretty high up for Crazy Mountain 100. And then I put in for the lottery for Leadville, but I volunteered a bunch, so I'm pretty confident I'll be able to get into Leadville. And
Okay.
then I have a couple other probables and maybes that are on my list, but I'm estimating it'll be about 7 to 10 races next year,
Well, let
Nice.
me give you a
100-mile trail
suggestion.
races.
Those are
So
some really great races.
At the Gila 100, that is in
yeah.
my hometown of Silver City, New Mexico, and it's a 100 miler.
Okay.
You have it's a very good time limit. I think it's 38 hours. You don't
35 hours.
35 hours. And it's 100 miles. It goes
Mhm.
on the Continental Divide. It's a out and back. They have out there remotely a taco bar. It's New Mexico, so you know it's gonna be good. And
Oh, nice.
the
Nice.
Price
price
is really
is
good.
very, very generous.
And there's only 12,000 feet of
What time
elevation
of
in
year is it?
October. I think it's
Okay.
same
October.
time as Moab, I
October.
believe.
Yeah, it's either during Moab or right after. So, it's
Okay.
this is the second year.
So yeah.
It's the third year,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And,
That's a good race.
Yeah, I'll put that one
Check it
on my
out.
list. I have a buddy who plans on doing Moab, so if he does Moab, then
Yeah.
I'll have to crew and pace him instead, but I'll definitely
yeah.
add that to the list.
Oh yeah, definitely check it out
Appreciate
and
it.
Moab is so fun. I don't wanna go
Yeah.
run it myself, so if anyone's listening, I have not changed my mind. I love pacing at Moab. I've done it for 2 years in a row, and it's fun.
Heck
I get to
yeah.
see
it's just
sections of it, and the grit that you see there is great. I'll let them have it, and,
yeah. But crewing and pacing is
Yeah,
fun at
that's
Moab.
fair.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll probably be doing that race and a few other 200s in 2027, so
Okay.
it'll
Right
be
on. Well, if you need someone
If
to
you need a
crew and
crew or a
paces,
pacer.
call us. We're available.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, at the end of next year, I'll definitely be putting together the puzzle pieces for that, 'cause that'll be hopefully a big year of racing, so next year is
Yeah,
kinda just for fun and prepping for
Yeah.
that, so,
and I think that's
yeah.
good that it's
Enjoying
what
only
I don't
having to
wanna
go overnight maybe, like, one time.
Yeah.
yeah. So I think it is, I
Yeah.
wanted to use the word good, but I think I wanna use the word responsible, that you're taking that time to do the hundreds this year. It's good on your body, and it's good building, and it's good grit building. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's smart what you're
And
doing
your
this year.
body does need downtime. That's something we're not very good at.
No,
But
because 200s are like it's an addiction. It is, because you wanna go and chase that again, the feeling that you have afterwards, the pain,
Mhm.
the it's always calling like, "Ooh, where can I go do the next one?" And I'm looking forward to going and doing it like you. I plan on taking a year and just going back and doing the 100s again, and kinda work a little bit on that hundreds that I keep saying I'm gonna do, and because 200s only count as
Yeah.
1. Yep.
Yeah, 100%. And for me, honestly, it's just like you said, I feel like once I get into that range, and I've seen it with other people, like, you'll go do Moab once or go do your first 200
yeah.
or longer race, and then you just get sucked into that, and then
You
it's kinda
do.
Yeah.
like hundreds, like, I don't wanna do those anymore, so that is, like, definitely why that I want to do that. It's I would say it's not even I appreciate the kind words, but it's not even like me trying to be responsible and build up or anything like that. It's just like, okay, I better do a couple of these races now because I might get sucked into this 200 plus mile
You
world.
will.
And even like you guys know, like you guys are very in that world. So it's like, it's not just these 200-mile races. It's like these timed races, these 6-day races,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
10 days in the dome. Like there's a whole stratosphere over there that I definitely want to explore.
And they
But
are
yeah, I just
addictive.
want to make sure that I do some of the other races before because I feel like I probably will enjoy that world, and I feel like
You
my
will.
skill sets align a little bit more with that.
Yeah.
Versus like the hundreds, like if you want to perform really well at 100, you know, people run super fast. Like those are like sprints for the pros, like those are paces that I probably won't be able to run. But then you get into those longer 200, like 6-day races. And it's really like don't need to preach to the choir, but it's just about continuing to move. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not just get it all done in one shot. It's like, okay, you need to think about, okay, how much am I sleeping each day?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need to
And
be eating
as
significantly. You can't just get by on gels for 6 days, so
No,
no,
there's a lot
I don't
more
even.
there.
You wouldn't even touch a gel in 6 days. It's just like you want to eat, get to
Right.
eat real food. Um, but it's the camaraderie. So
yeah,
Yeah.
you get the social aspect as well because
yeah,
these long races tend to have more of a social element to them as
yeah,
well.
yeah. But I could see
Yeah.
you doing a bunch of
Yeah,
hundreds.
I
I'm going
feel
to
like I
still say
will
it's
enjoy that
responsible.
too.
Yeah, absolutely. We look forward to
Yeah.
seeing you at a
No,
6-day race at 10 days in the Dome in 2027.
Let's do it.
I potentially.
Oh,
Yeah. I
yeah.
don't know that I'll be able to fit in 2027, but maybe 2028. We'll see. I don't know. I have all these ideas, but then also it's like, all right, just take it little bit at a time. And like, I don't know. Even this year, like when I signed up for Bighorn, I was like, oh my goodness. Like I've never signed up for a race more than a month in advance. And I signed up for Bighorn as like 6 months in advance or 7 months. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
oh my God. I'm like, actually, I'm planning. I'm like, thinking about what races I'm gonna do like a year from now. I'm like, this is crazy because before that it was just like kind of have some ideas and whatever, and then it gets closer, and then sign up for the race like a couple days before, a week before, and like I still
yeah,
haven't had a race where I've like an A race where I've like fully trained for a race and like okay 3 months out or whatever, like everything that I'm doing in training is in preparation for this race or these couple races. Like everything I've done up to this point is just very loosey goosey, which is like fine. It's been fun,
Yeah.
but it's I'm also excited to, be a little bit more intentional and I don't know, I guess take it more seriously, if you will. But
Yeah.
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 And you do have to have your A race. Like we are fixing to go do our A race in what, 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks.
It's one of our A races a
Yeah.
year. And I really
Yeah.
thought that you
I'm
were gonna.
excited. I will be there, but not racing.
Okay,
Okay.
hey, come hang
So
out. We'd love to. You know
yeah.
what? You can put on a guest bib and you can run with me a little bit.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Yeah. I'll be there
I'm gonna
for at
hold you
least
to
2
that.
days.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Now
I'm
she's
I'm
sucking you
there
into
just
it.
to Nah, yeah, I definitely I need that because yeah, my last race, like when I put myself in timeout and I was like, and I told people to hold me accountable because I was gonna do they have a backyard at across the years, and I really wanted to do that one. Um, but I told myself that like during my last race that I wasn't gonna do it. And now that it's getting closer, I'm like, oh, I really, really want to do it. But I
Mhm.
know that it's probably not a good idea. So going there and then having a purpose that's like not just me, like someone else to focus on, I think would be
Yeah.
good for me because that's like, okay,
Oh yeah.
like I'm here for other people. I'm not here to pursue my selfish goals. I'm here for other people and to enjoy it. And I can still go to races and enjoy them even if I don't run them. Because I feel like
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's all these races and it is fun to like I do want to race, and everyone does you like throughout each year, it's like doing these races and these races and these races and trying all these different races. But then also, it's like, well, you can experience some races, but maybe you crew and pace like you do at Moab, and maybe you just volunteer and you can experience the race maybe without putting your body and your mind like through every
Right.
Yeah.
single, like you can only do so many races each year. So it's just like being cautious of, and also making sure that you're enjoying it. Like just because you checked off all the races you want to do, but it's like, maybe you did 10, 12 races one year, but maybe you could just do 6 races or 8 races and maybe you'd enjoy them a lot more. I mean, it's dependent. Obviously, each person,
Yeah.
some people,
Yeah.
they can just go, 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 and their body's fine and they love it and it's fine. But, you know, everyone has like their limits. So it's like, that's definitely what I'm trying to balance right now is like figuring out, okay, how many races can I do and like how well do I want to perform at them without, going overboard and it being not fun. Because
Yeah.
that's always my goal is just keeping it fun and regardless of performance and regardless of anything else, like if it's not fun, then to me it's not worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah, I've been on one this year that I absolutely did not have fun at. I did not. It was, an A race, and I know exactly what you mean.
Mhm.
But you know what? It's a point to where, you do have to take a step back and see, am I having fun or, cut down on the racing a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Won't be next year, but
No.
Yeah.
We talk about it, but
Yeah.
yeah, it never happens. So
Yeah.
well,
No, I get that.
so thank you so much for coming on and for being our last guest of the year.
yes. And
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We will probably keep an eye on your races for 2026 and we
yes.
might invite you back.
Yes.
Or we will invite you back.
Yeah, you'll be back. I can tell you already because the minute
Yeah.
you have a hallucination, you're going to give me a call and be like, wait, I want to change my score. I need to we will talk about just your hallucinations because I just feel like there's something in there that we
Yeah.
need to bring out of you. I have ran with you before. There's got to be something there. But I do hope you have
Yeah.
a Merry Christmas, and I do hope to see you across the years. That would be nice. And just go grab
Yeah.
a guest bib, and
Yeah,
let's do it for a little bit, and keep me
Yeah.
in check, and him.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
I'll be
awesome.
there. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You can watch
Heck
me
yeah.
have
Cool.
hallucinations.
Thanks for having me.
No problem
Yeah.
at all. Have fun.
Everybody can say, there we go.
Yeah.